With the stories that matter most for Fort Lauderdale, this is FTL City News.
Hello and welcome to Fort Lauderdale's local-only newscast. I'm Mark Fine. The big news this week in Fort Lauderdale was an announcement from City Manager Chris Lagerblum. After a years-long search, former Pittsburgh Assistant Chief Larry Scirotto was named as the sole finalist for Chief of the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. Chief Scirotto brings extensive experience with a background in patrol, investigative, and administrative assignments. He's a 23-year veteran of the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police and was the youngest assistant chief in that department's history. He holds a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Ashworth University and is a master's degree candidate in organizational development and leadership from St. Joseph's University. He graduated from Northwestern University School of Police Staff and Command. The chief is a fitness enthusiast and a college basketball referee. This past year, he was selected to be one of the referees to officiate the men's NCAA Final Four in Indianapolis. The new chief told us he can't wait to get started in his new position.
It's the dream job, right? And it's what I've worked for the last 23 years. It's what I went to school for. It's really one of the few things that I'm really good at. I'm humble that I've been selected for this position. It's a privilege to lead the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. So I look forward to the next decade of leadership in this organization. I want to be the leader that I always wanted to work for, someone that's authentic, someone that believes in the benefit of all, the greater thought process of everybody. The more people are involved, the better off we are as an organization. The more inputs we have, the benefit of thought and diversity. I want to build an inclusive organization that is representative of all of our communities. And you know, when you think about it, in a few years from now, that we're the model that the country looks to for policing.
Chief Scirotto is expected to join the Fort Lauderdale Police Department in mid-August. Interim Chief Patrick Lynn will remain to assist in the transition. And another major story out of Fort Lauderdale this week is the city received an unsolicited proposal from Elon Musk's Boring Company. They build transportation tunnels. This is something the city's been looking into for some time now. Mayor Dean Trantalis announced the exciting proposal, saying the city of Fort Lauderdale has received a proposal to build an underground transit loop between downtown and the beach. Called the Las Olas Loop, this represents an innovative and unprecedented approach to addressing traffic congestion and transit needs in 21st century America. The mayor went on to say this could be a game changer for our city. The tunnels would whisk commuters and Teslas in each direction, and unlike a subway system, the number of vehicles can be adjusted depending on demand. Fort Lauderdale would be only the second city in the country with this innovative solution for congestion. Las Vegas currently has a loop. That was built in about a year and was launched earlier this month. The commission is set to vote on the proposal, at which point the bidding would be open to competing proposals. We told you last week about the partnership with local hotels in the city to vaccinate hotel employees, their families, and other residents. Well, it launched this week, and it was a huge success. Mayor Dean Trantalis was on hand at the Hilton when the event kicked off. So was Commissioner Stephen Glassman. It didn't take long for chairs to fill up and people to line up to get their vaccinations. It's an effort that our elected officials know is hugely important.
The hotel group here on the beach has always worked together, and now that partnership has really paid off, because now we're able to work together to help folks that not only work here in the beach, but also travelers too.
It's so important. I cannot urge people enough to get vaccinated, not only for yourself, but for everyone else around you, your loved ones, your friends, the entire community. It's so important that we get that percentage of vaccinated people higher and higher and higher in Fort Lauderdale, all of Broward County. It's just really necessary as we're opening up now and enjoying ourselves. We want it to stay that way.
Now, here's a list of the hotels and the dates for the second round of shots. If somebody shows up for their first dose, when they're doing the second doses, they can get the vaccine, and then the second dose at one of Broward Health's fixed sites or pop-up sites. Now, a tall tale for you, literally. This week, the city of Fort Lauderdale held a topping off ceremony for the 27-meter dive tower at the Aquatic Center on the beach. Now, you heard me right, 27 meters. The Olympic diving that you've seen on the high platform, that's a 10-meter platform. 27 meters is the height for new international high diving competitions. This is only the second platform of its kind in the entire world. The other one is in China. So Americans will now have their own training site for high dive. And Fort Lauderdale is again setting a standard for others to follow.
What a tremendous project. We're so fortunate to have this here in our own backyard, and we really cannot wait to share it with the diving world.
This place was the place to come and dive. I was a diver from the time I was 10 years old, and Fort Lauderdale was everything to a young diver. To see this happen now is really exciting on a personal level, but it's even more exciting from the whole of USA Diving's perspective, because now we have this iconic place that we can go back to with this beautiful facility that's going to set the tone for the rest of the world.
A few fun facts for you now about the tower. The flares on the tower, well, that's an homage to the city's history as the Venice of America, and they're meant to look like a ship's hull. The tower has 9 platforms in all, from 1 meter to 27. The pool will hold 926,578 gallons of water. That's a lot of water. There are 162 steps to the top of the tower, and there will be top of tower tours, so you too can go to the top and check out the great view of our city. Time now for this week's Education Spotlight. And this week we head to the Museum of Discovery and Science, where students got to see a movie and learn at the same time. The city is partnering with Broward County Schools and Bridge to Life to get local students ready for the future. Thursday night, students who completed the BTL's Free College and Career Readiness Series celebrated with an IMAX showing at Mods. The program emphasized not just career readiness, but financial readiness, and helped them apply for aid and look toward college enrollment. It's all part of the investment the Commission made in the city's summer enrichment program.
The Commission is dedicated to education of our community, and to the extent that we can partner with the school board, we're looking for opportunities.
We feel it's important for our young adults to learn about a topic that even adults are still trying to learn, and that's adulting and financial literacy.
Creating our videos is a challenge, and I'm actually into it. I was usually into music because my career in school, I'm doing music. I'm always in the magnet program for band and stuff. But now I think I want to get into tech more.
You can always look for more updates from the Summer Enrichment Program on all of our social media pages. And finally, we have to take a look back at the great weekend on the beach and all of the wonderful activities on the 4th of July. Our creative director, Brenda Nieto, put together this little treat just for you. Well, that does it for this week's edition of the FTL City News. As always, thank you for watching. And if you don't already, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Look for us on YouTube and, of course, on our website, fortlauderdale.gov. We'll see you again next week.